Hey, it's Hunt. You found Hunt on Saints. We're talking black and gold football. Do us a favor. Hit the like button, share your comments below, and hit that subscription button so you can get all of our content. Enjoy. It's 2:30 on Tuesday. That means it's time to talk to Sharief Ishaq, WDSU. He joins us via the Jim's Firearms Hotline. Sharief, how are you, sir?
I'd rather be stuck in that hotel elevator in Charlotte than watch the second half offense from that Packers.
Well, how about the first half offense? That wasn't exactly a work of art.
No, but at least that would be like being stuck in the elevator for 5 minutes. I'd rather be stuck in the elevator for the whole second half.
All right, what can they do to fix the offense moving forward? That includes Carr and Kamara and Winston and whatever the case may be. Like, what do they need?
Well, they need their $200 million offensive line to play like they're the $200 million offensive line because it has been an absolute mess through 3 games, 12 sacks. Carr took 11 of them, and the funny part about that, well, not so funny because he got hurt, that was on him. It was on Derek Carr because he held that ball a little bit too long. But it has truly been a mess, Hunt, whether in a run game, in the pass protection. It doesn't matter. If Carr could play this week, it really doesn't matter at this point, even with Alvin coming back. If that offensive line is going to continue the way it's been playing, it's just the offense isn't really going to get much done. They might hit a couple big plays, and it might look great on TV, and it might look great in person, but it's just not going to be sustainable. The defense did everything it could. It really did everything it could. I think it was just flat out tired in that game because the offense just could not do anything, legitimately anything. 6 series, 5 straight punts, missed field goal, 30 plays, 101 yards, 21 pass, 9 rush. I think the thing that bothers me the most is, and a lot of people, is that they didn't run the ball in the second half up 17-0 and run some of the clock. I just don't understand that. They were running it at 4 yards pop at some point in time in game.
Is there any hope for the offensive line?
Well, there's always hope. Maybe it's technique to me, technique and fundamentals in terms of like what's going on and the issues. Like, I could not believe that I saw Ramczyk and McCoy absolutely look like turnstiles and a couple of those sacks. My mind was blown. 2 guys like that, I was like, whoa. It looked like they just got beat without doing a thing on the line. But it's technique. It really is. Is Dennis Allen going to make some changes? He was asked about it yesterday at the press conference, and he says, we'll see. I mean, Cesar Ruiz is in concussion protocols. Like, who knows if he'll play this week? What are they going to do? What are they going to shuffle around? Are they going to move James Hurst to left tackle and, tell Trevor Penning he's a backup and move Pete to guard and maybe play Landon Young a little bit more? I mean, they just got to figure out the right rotation and right starting offensive line because it's been abysmal. Now, it would be worse if the Saints were 1-2 or 0-3, but at least they're 2-1 and have a chance to, fix it as the season goes along. And they just need one good game, Hunt. One good game. I think if they have that one good game, it may start clicking for them.
What's the latest on Derek Carr?
Week to week. I talked to an orthopedic surgeon who worked with the Astros, and he went to LSU, and he said, look, if it was the playoffs, they'd probably shoot him up in the shoulder and let him play. Now, Drew Brees in 2014 had the same issue, went out the following week and threw for 5 touchdowns against the Steelers. And I think Jameis had the same injury in 2017, played the next week, threw for like 350 and 3 touchdowns. Now, will he play this week? I don't know. I mean, it's game 4 of a 17-game season. I doubt that they roll him out there and play him this week. I think he misses just one game. He's back next week for the Patriots game.
How does this offense need to look different with Jameis playing quarterback?
Well, Jameis can launch it down the field, but they're going to have to be a little smarter than they were last year when they played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's another good defense. They're playing another good defensive front. So to have Alvin back in the lineup, that is a godsend for them. He's going to be able to open up the offense a little bit more, create space for some other players, and hopefully, look, I hope that Pete Carmichael is correct this offseason during training camp. If they're going to go back to using him in the passing game, whether it's the wheel route, rail route, and definitely the screen. You have not seen many screens this year, which is a little weird. I know because Alvin has not been in the offense for the first 3 games, but you just hope that having him back in there opens it up, especially in the passing game for him, because they need Alvin to be productive in the passing game.
Where are you with Pete Carmichael right now?
I'm just not feeling it.
Yeah.
I mean, look, some of the stuff isn't on him. It truly is on the offensive line, but if it continues going this way with I think the thing that bothered me in that game was the 21 pass and 9 rush in the second half when you were up 17-0 with 10-plus minutes left in the fourth quarter. Use Taysom. Use him a little bit more in offense. Let him take the snaps. Let him bulldoze his way for 5 to 6 yards and move the sticks a few times. I think that's where I would be a little frustrated with Pete. There were times that, maybe they should have run on first down. There's some times that you say, hey, why did you not throw in here? So a lot of these things are hindsight is 2020, but they're becoming, there's some issues that have, piled up since last year. I mean, you saw in that Buccaneers game when they blew the lead in Tampa on Monday Night Football last year. It was the same situation. It's just like they stopped playing offense. They just stopped. And it's just, you can't play the cliche, you can't play the clock. I mean, you're still playing another team at their place. And I think Pete has to figure something out. And you will not have a single excuse now that you have Alvin Kamara back in the lineup, a guy that's, the best player on that offense. Find a way to use him the right way and win that game.
How much you blame Blake Groupie for that loss?
Very minimal. And he blamed himself. I like the accountability thing. He said everything was good. The snap, everything was good. He just missed it. And, he took point. I like a guy who could take the blame and accountability. Little blame. I give him very little blame. Look, he should have made the kick, 46-yarder. A lot of, you're in the NFL. It's no longer high school and college. You got to make those kicks. But the Saints should have never been in that position in the first place. Never should have been in that position to blow a 17-point lead with 10-plus minutes left and having him kicking the go-ahead, which could have been a game-winning field goal. He gets a little blame, but the rest of the blame, the blame's on the offense. So the whole blame's on the offense. I'm not even blaming the defense. I'm not even going to throw a single blame on the defense because they did everything they did to hold the team to 18 points. You can't lose that game.
You buying the Bucs as a legit NFC South contender?
At this point, I don't even know who is the best team in the NFC South because each team has its own deficiencies and issues. The Buccaneers, well, they did go against, maybe the best team in the entire NFC last night in Philadelphia, enforcing their will on the ground with a great offensive line. Great offensive line, Hunt. Will the Saints have a great offensive line Sunday?
No.
Probably not. If they have a good one, they're going to have a good chance to win the game. Am I buying the Bucs? Their offense is not that great to me, in my opinion, with Baker Mayfield. So, no, I'd much rather take the Saints or the Falcons over the Bucs. I just can't trust Baker Mayfield. I'm sure that's going to come back to bite me in one of these two games when they face off.
Well, let's put the injury aside for now, and let's put Sunday aside for now. How do you feel about Derek Carr through 3 games with the Saints?
I just don't think he's there yet. He was showing that game in that first half. That drive with Jimmy Graham, that ended with the Jimmy Graham touchdown. I thought that was maybe one of the better drives all season. I said, all right, maybe the third game is the game that they actually progress. He actually progresses in this offense. I saw some glimpses. I really did see some glimpses from Carr in that first half, but I just don't see it yet. I said, let me see this team offense after 4 or 5 games. That's why I'm still waiting. I'm wanting to see this team around 4, 5, 6, game 6, just to see how this offense is with Derek Carr. If he misses one game, you wait till I just want to see where they are, like maybe when they go to Houston. If he misses just this game, he'll have the Patriots and Texans. If he misses 2 games, he'll have the Texans, and then they come back home for that short week against the Jags. So, I'm not ready to, to roll the bus on Derek Carr and say, man, he's awful, he's bad, because there are a lot of other issues. Of course, the big issue being the offensive line. So, I think he still has some adjusting to do in that offense and playing behind that offensive line, which really hasn't helped him at all.
Do you feel any differently about the Saints than you did before they kicked off the season opener?
No, 2-1. 2-1. I said, look, when we were in Carolina for that Monday night game, I was like, they have to split these 2 games. It'd be bigger for them to win the Carolina game because it's a divisional game. Would have been nice to be 3-0, but 2-1 is better than 1-2. And I'm pretty much still on par with the 10-7, maybe 11-6. It's just where I thought they would be.
Hey, it's on. Thanks for watching Hunt on Saints. Before you leave, help us out a little bit. Hit that like button, leave your comments in the section below, and hit that subscribe button so you get all our content right here from Hunt on Saints. We'll see you next time.